Hey folks, it's Maxie here and welcome to the latest TW video. You join us for our big event of June, before we head into two big events in July. This has been a very interesting run in and I'll explain why. I decided this was going to be the event where some bigger names faced against each other, and then of course with them working for other companies, of course injuries happen and it completely arses your plan literally days before the big event. Not ideal. So again, just really carrying on, as I say, try to gain some pop, try to of course make sure there's money in the bank as well, and we will head in towards then looking at plans for who's going to be our King of the Ring, and then as I say, just ticking along into the month of July. Broadcasting on MSG and Telemundo PR in Puerto Rico, both on medium size here, so we're hoping for a very good event. If we just jump into the medical side, you can see Hogan has Churchillian nerve damage, which will not keep him out of action. He's still able to work through it, though I'm trying to obviously get him to Hulkamania status at the same time, and it's obviously taking a toll on him, but that's not ideal. That's pretty much going to be with him until November, roughly. Snooker is unable for booking, which is not ideal because he had been facing Backlund in the main event. I was even tempted to put the title on him, so he's out for 11 days with a damaged eye, and for another 2 weeks we've got Achilles tendonitis for Stan Hansen, someone else who was on a good wave of momentum and about to have a massive match up here. Joey Morales and poor Morales is, we'll probably do another payment at the end of this episode and think it out. What we'll do is we'll book the show, we'll pause it, and then we'll head out and see what happened with the old Wrestler of the Year situation. So sit back, relax, get ready for the show. It's going to be sold out and hopefully in the tri-state area. It's just a generic arena. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on this episode. Comments are back, so as I say, we'll monitor them, and if there's any ones for that spam bot, we'll get rid of them straight away. But yeah, let me know what you think, how you find the TW. Yeah, any likes and subs are all deeply appreciated, because we're going daily until I'm back working. We're going daily, as I say, in this time while I'm stuck in lockdown over here. I'm just playing a lot of TEW. So yeah, let's crack on to the show. Today has 10 segments, mostly promos. This is how kind of what my show is, mostly promos and matches. That's what it was like back then, as far as I could see, for the shows I've watched. Booking analysis, that's fine, 2 people working with injuries. It's just the way it is. Yeah, it's a lot of people not being used that have obviously been jobbing out on the likes of Wrestling Challenge and Wrestling All-Star, but morale seems to be generally okay. But the only people here that I have been using that aren't on the show are David Schultz and Larry Zbyszko. So you can see what I've kind of been booking, but as I say, it's just mainly getting these stars over, so when it comes to time, we've got people that can take us to the next level and get them in written contracts and then hopefully steer the World Wrestling Federation in the right direction. So we start off 38,000 in the tri-state area. Your opening contest had fantastic heat and great wrestling, and we saw Kurt Hennig defeat Jake Roberts in 13:56 with the Henningplex. I think this was 2 unbeaten records going against each other within the World Wrestling Federation. It's guys that have been sensational. Kurt Hennig has been just unbelievable, honestly. Like, at the moment, he's on course to take the Hogan role. But a 70 rating here, a 78 for Kurt Hennig, a 68 for Jake. Good chemistry as well, is good to see, and it got the crowd hotter and got us off to a strong start. I mean, that's kind of just below what I'd be expecting a main event match to have, never mind our opener. So, good start to the match. A few negatives here. If we scroll down, lack of heat, because it's only been going for a few weeks. Jake, an awful gimmick apparently. But yeah, that could have been even higher. Next up in the tag division, which isn't very in depth at the moment until we have a bit more money and screen time. But we had the Road Warriors defeat Tiger Chung Lee and Tiger Conway Jr. in 9:01, when Animal defeated Tiger Chung Lee with a powerbomb, making the second defence of the Tag Team Championships. No point in taking off the Road Warriors just now, and with Afa and Sika later on tonight, it's just giving them a team to, put the Road Warriors over and keep this tag run going. So 51 as we continue the build of the Road Warriors. There'll be a few negatives here, mostly for, Chung Lee, and of course the locker room morale is going to continually hamper us. That's fair enough. There wasn't a storyline associated with this one, but it's always going to happen. Not every match is going to have a storyline. Speaking though of one storyline that did gain heat, that was the Hansen Rolls storyline, just basically continuing to get Hansen over. And Stan Hansen's against Pedro Morales, fresh off losing the IC title and rematches to Gino Hernandez. And yeah, Hansen here just talking about how he's going to kick his ass and get to the top, and that's a 68. Benefits from having a hot catchphrase and got the crowd hotter. Their matchup, I am very happy with that. Great heat and good wrestling. Stan Hansen defeated Pedro Morales in the 857 with a Western Lariat. Segment got a 71. A 60 for Morales, a 74 for Hansen, considering as well he had a bad injury which took its toll, but he's getting better at his gimmick, and Stan Hansen is going to be an absolutely massive player for us in the WWF. Next up, we had an IC title match, and it had great heat and good wrestling, and we had Gino Hernandez defeat Jim Duggan in 1734 by pinfall, with Gino making the third defence of the Intercontinental Championship. I really don't want to take this title off him ever. He's been outstanding so far, especially in the promo department. But a 74 rated matchup, very good for these guys. The whole storyline has advanced to this segment, but Duggan had earned an opportunity. But yeah, Gino Hernandez prevails on this occasion. Notice how the storyline's over between these two. They've been giving it back and forth, and it really has been a brilliant pickup has Gino Hernandez been. Promo after it, and basically he's just saying, well, next month is the King of the Ring. Am I going to enter it? I don't know. We'll see. I'll see if I can be bothered, because I have to wrestle a couple of matches in one night. So basically with this angle I was looking at kind of like promoting the event in my mind, but at the same time it's like I don't know if I want to put Gino in it, because I don't want him to have a lose, and I don't think he's going to be the man that wins it. Because then having the King of the Ring trophy or crown and also being IC champion, it's a bit much. But saying that, might give it to Backlund, and he's already WWF champion, so it's like, I don't know. Let me know who you'd like to see as King of the Ring winner, by the way. That'd be an interesting one at this time frame. Co-main event time. So Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan are teaming up together. They're watching each other's back. 70 rating here. Now, the reason for these two going together: Hogan's injury, Andre's limitations in the ring. Andre's high overness can obviously rub off on Hogan. So yeah, just really hoping it all works out well together, having Hogan team with Andre. And it certainly has. Fantastic. About the had great heat and good wrestling. I had Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan defeat the Wild Samoans in 1355, when Hulk Hogan defeated Arthur with the Axe Bomber. Andre carried the match in terms of in-ring performance, but Hogan gets the win, so hopefully he gets the rub here. An 88 rating is very good for the matchup at this time frame. 92 for Andre, 66 for the Hulkster, and that's including him having a bad injury, so he could maybe be looking at a high 70 or a low 70, but still much better than he was when he joined the World Wrestling Federation, so the monster push continues. So, main event promo. Is Backlund just basically calling Snooker a chicken shit, effectively, because Snooker's backed out. Just unfortunate, as I say, with the injury situation, so I've had to panic and put someone in that probably doesn't deserve a title shot, somebody that's got ice cold momentum, but I felt like it was a good worker that would maybe work with Backlund, and they could maybe drag a good rating out of it. So a 61 rating there for Backlund's promo. The storyline does continue but loses heat, which is disappointing. Negatives there, the morale of the locker room. That's pretty much going to be a factor this whole save, but it's cool, and it happens. Well, that actually delivered. So about that had great heat and decent wrestling. I had Bob Backlund defeat Tito Santana in 1439 by submission with a crossface chicken wing, and Bob Backlund made defence number 24 of the World Wrestling Federation World Heavyweight Championship. A 53 in this instance for Tito Santana, a 76 for Bob Backlund. A great opportunity for Tito, and thanks for hopefully saving this large event, thus hopefully getting us pop in both of these areas, which are big areas for us, and at the same time getting us some good money in the door. 75 for the show. 2 regions as pop, which are only broadcasting in 2 regions, so I'm happy with that. Of course, that is the Tri-State and Puerto Rico, 38,000. So that's good. They're happy with that. Every segment over a 50. And if you take away the Road Warriors match against the Tigers in the Backlund promo, then you've got a near 70 rated whole show. So that's very, very good. It shows that maybe somebody like a Gino Hernandez isn't too far off the main event as well. So it's good to know that these guys are all kind of on a solid level here. So that's good to see. So we'll finish the show. I don't believe in the match speech, the post-show speeches. So we'll jump in. We'll see what's happening on the main screen, and then I will move along for a few days and see what's happening on the 1st of July. So a couple of places getting broadcasting deals. I think the only thing we've really done is just change our time slot from, I think it's like late evening now, so we're getting bigger viewing figures, but still not quite where we want to be. Hulk Hogan is the Iron Man apparently, and he needs time to heal. I knew that straight away. 128,000 people watched it, so that's good to see. Just give you an idea of the size we're at as well. You can see I need to get 77 pop across the Eastern America, which is the Great Lakes, Mid-Atlantic, New England, Southeast and Tri-State. I might need to start running in the Southeast to try and get that up to the rest of them's level, so I think it might be big until we can get some of these guys on written contracts. But Tri-State we did lose because it was initially 75 and I was obviously struggling to get it, but we are slowly but surely gaining it back from a 68 back up to 70. We can see our other region we're gaining pop, so we are doing well despite only being like a smaller place, or a smaller kind of reach to these places. Not a great amount of folk there. The only place we're struggling in is Hawaii. If it comes to worse, hopefully one day we get like 30 million. We'll just build an Attitude Era WWE network, so or WWF network. Who knows? But yeah. So that is what it's like just now. Let's have a wee look and see who ends up with the Wrestler of the Year so far. And let's look at their financial situation for the month of June. So let's take a look and see these live. So my first time seeing these. So Genichiro Tenryu is your Wrestler of the Year so far. If you can keep this up, he'll be Wrestler of the Year in December. Company of the Year. Are we going to let me... I'm going to have to click these individually. Anyway, is All Japan Pro Wrestling. Team of the Year is Ric Flair and Blackjack Mulligan. Your Match of the Year is Inoki and Fujinami against Dick Murdoch and Abdullah the Butcher for New Japan. Show of the Year is CWF in their Florida Beach Tour. Young Wrestler of the Year is Akira Maeda. Veteran Wrestler is Giant Baba. Your female wrestler at this time is Devil Masami. Your independent wrestler is Vivian St. John. Interesting. Now obviously this is way before my time scale and of a time frame, and obviously I'm not too knowledged in the years way before my birth, so if I know a few of them are bigger names, but if some people like I have no idea who that is. Sorry, I'm learning here. That was quite cool, like having a look for this mod at times and seeing people like Mick Foley at 17. I'm like, it's tempting, but I want to keep it like a wee bit of realism, so I'll maybe bring him in out in 1987 if he's still available, or 98, or whatever, 88, sorry. Not obviously too realistic, so I think Mick was like 94 or 95, but yeah, it's still 17's a bit young. Regal's like 14 in this as well, so obviously I'd love to bring William Regal in, but not yet. New Japan have put a bid in for Iron Mike Sharp. I assume this is going to be on a written contract. No, they've pulled out apparently because the offer is not there anymore, so yeah, we won't be losing him, but he's obviously putting people over. And last but not least, let's take a wee look and see how we've done. So, pretty similar compared to last month, maybe 2,000 down in profit, but we're up to 2.4 million, so nearly 2 million profit in half the year so far. Let's see where we're making money and losing money. So, probably could do a wee bit better in ticket sales, but we're up a little bit. Broadcast revenues was down slightly. Sponsorship is at its highest. Merchandise is slowly moving back up. A lot more down on workers, which is good to see, because obviously we're keeping a kind of similar roster. Show costs were 170. I've made a decision now where I basically run the B show as a four items, just them all in once. So there's that, but production seems to be about the same. Merch was a wee bit up because we're upgrading that as quickly as we can. Tax is the same as last month, but we did have a big debt in the miscellaneous as well, so yeah, we could have made even more, but as I say, it's just putting us in a position for when we get to a better situation that we can get everything done in written contracts effectively, rather than just the likes of Andre. And of course, when the likes of their contracts expire, they can be in a position to make sure they come in. But yeah, wow, Hawaii's down to 1. So to give you an idea, Tri-State's in a good position, everywhere else has gained, some more than others, but as I say, we will be looking to target these areas. I don't want to worry about the southeast just yet, but because I still want to get decent money for gates, but we will need to start taking a stage where we run in the southeast just to try and make sure we can get it to a level where we can get people on written contracts. Or not written contracts, exclusive written contracts where they won't go elsewhere. So that's it for this episode. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to check out the TEW2020.com, the Grey Dog software forums, for many stuff on there, including the next patches when they are made available, and the Fantasy Booker subreddit. I'm going to go ahead now and try and figure out who the hell I want to win King of the Ring, and hopefully I'll see you for some more action in the WWF in 1983, and of course some All Elite Wrestling from present day. Take it easy, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.